News with LJ and Allie, doing the news with LJ and Allie. Yeah, here at the Wrasslin for Life Network. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Tuesday edition of the version of the Wrasslin for Life Network, and I am here, Miss Lyra Joe, to bring you the updates on all your daily wrestling news. So, of course, we start with a little bit of history. That's right, we are starting with a little bit of history today, as always, and a little bit interesting fact. 16 years ago today, Vince McMahon announces that the XFL is shutting down after just one season. Now, as a youngin', I don't remember much about the first XFL, but I know that The Rock bought it recently, and I have faith in him. That's it. That's all what that story is right there. The next bit of history right here is for all of my TNA Impact hearted fans. Mr. Amazing Red, 12 years ago today, received a WWE tryout at a SmackDown taping in Pennsylvania, and his opponent was CM Punk. And I thought that was cool, even though he did not get the job and he wasn't signed. That's fine. Everybody at TNA Impact loves him anyway, because without him, there'd be no X Division. So yeah. And I hope you guys are liking these little live news updates. I'm just trying out a thing here, see if it's easier, harder, more interactive, less. I don't know. So be sure to comment. Let me know if there's any little piece of news that you like to hear about. Um, Coming up next, a little bit of so we got some shorter stories today, but I thought they were still important because Miss Lacey Evans has come back to television recently, and the PW Insider reported that WWE has officially moved Evans to the Raw roster, despite the videos making her a babyface. WWE actually plans to use her as a heel. That I have never heard anything else more WWE in my life, because they don't seem to understand the difference between a heel and a babyface, because they book everybody as everything else. Yeah. If I'm wrong, please tell me. I too much. But yes, Miss on the wonderful thumbnail today, Miss Alexa Bliss. That's right. She returned at last night's WWE Raw, when it was me, KJ, and CJ all having a wonderful time watching the show. The guys took over for most of the second half, and I appreciate it very, very much. And I think if it's going pretty well there. Raw was not that bad to watch with you guys, and KJ and CJ. So you guys do make it better. Um, but yes, I wanted to announce that we got Lacey Evans back, we got Alexa Bliss back, and yes, she looks still weird, still holding the doll, but also normal. I don't really know anymore. Um, but yes, and Sonya Deville kinda got squashed by her yesterday in Raw, and then was fired, but only like storyline wise. We're fine. So that will be transpiring. I guess she's not fighting with Naomi anymore. She's fighting with Alexa Bliss. So, yeah. Oh, Nick in the house. My favorite XFL player was he hate me. They let players wear nicknames. He actually was one of, if not the only original XFL player to play in the NFL. He was Rod Smart and played for the Panthers. Well, that is very, very cool, and thank you for telling me. That's awesome that Vince McMahon did try to mix in some actual NFL players. I know The Rock is looking into do that too. So I hope it comes back, and that's very cool. Give him another chance. Like, just because the team don't want you, The Rock wants you. It's good. So yes, and hello to all of our fans out there watching, commenting, and watching later because it was recorded or whatever. Why is my camera going out of? I don't know why my camera fuzzes sometimes. It just does. Um, but yeah, I'm very appreciative of all of our fans, and love when you interact here, especially in the news. You got a little information, love it. Our next story is Again, a little shorter one, but this one caught me off guard and I was confused. So, a steel cage match on next week's WWE Raw with why they're like wanting to they want to do they want to there's the title unification coming up soon, but the next next week on Raw. Hold on, we'll take the belts down for a second there. Next week on Raw, why did Mr. MVP say he's going to release a diss track called Fall Mighty? What is this? I know R-Truth raps his entrance music. I know that the people can make. What is happening? He's hitting people with a cane like a vaudevillian. I don't know what he's doing. Also, yes, for the wonderful tag titles. Just make sure I find the right little thingamajig right here. Yes, they were teasing a tag title unification match for a while, but Wrestling Observer Radio reported that WWE is planning on holding the unification match, but that the championships will not actually be unified, as if that weren't confusing enough. Yes, to quote Mr. Dave Meltzer, who kind of talks in jazz, so forgive me if it makes slightly less sense. They're going to do the match, but as of right now, this can change. They're not planning on actually unifying the titles, but they are planning on doing something. Heaven knows what that means. Heaven knows. Visual concepts are focusing solely on WWE 2K22. WWE Games have announced the servers for WWE 2K19 and 2K22 will be shut down on June 30th, with the company's full focus on WWE 2K22. Well, Nick sliding in with some game news. I love it as a gamer myself and was not going to play 2K22, but good to know that they're kind of phasing each game out, which is very Apple and PlayStation of them. Just kind of like, yeah, we just don't want to support it anymore. We're just going to phase it out. Like the headphone jack and everything else. Oh, I'm bitter about the headphone jack. Oh, you kidding me? My Samsung phone had it, and I said, they appled me. Because there are so many cute little ones that you can like plug in, and it's cute. Anyway, MVP was actually wrapped before. WWE's MVP is celebrated April 20th, a day that's been come to be commonly associated with cannabis, by releasing a new track on Spotify. Well, that's very, very cool, and good to know that he is cannabis friendly. Happy to know that, and happy that WWE is done with their weird stigma against it. But I did not know he actually rapped before, but that's good. I'm gonna have to do some research on that. I'm gonna look into that. I'm just worried every time WWE has a musical number. I'm like, I don't know what's happening. I don't know why is anything involved here. It doesn't happen often, but I'm just yeah. Hello, Canadian Spidey. Hello, everybody out there in the chat and watching. Hello, Resident Evil. I am doing well. I hope everybody at home is doing well, or at work, or wherever you are watching this right now. Our next thing is oh no, that was for that. Yeah, here we are. And you're saying, why are you showing me something like this? Well, this is a little press release about a little Miss Sunny. And why am I showing you this? Well, that is because both Mark Henry and Bill DeMont are calling for her to be removed from the WWE Hall of Fame. That's correct. They have done a whole press release for it. The press release I'm showing you right now is just from the foundation, from the um, Carrie Ann DeMont Foundation issued the press release. There you go. So everybody is there's a lot of people that don't think she deserves the Hall of Fame anymore, and Mark Henry is one of them. And I can't say I disagree. That is awesome, you guys. I'm glad you are doing good. And yes, come back today because NXT is going to be run by the ladies tonight. Me and my wonderful tag team partner, Miss Allie, are both doing NXT tonight. So it should be good. It should be good. She's gonna have to fill me in. She watches them more than me, but I know a little bit. And with all the new people coming in, I'm gonna have to learn a little faster. So our next thing up next is a little thing called "Out of the Ring," which is some happy news. It's a wrestling documentary that is set to debut in Toronto at the at an LGBTQ 2S plus film festival. I promise you they all mean something, but it's okay if you miss a letter. Don't worry. Don't worry. The rainbow will not be mad if you miss a letter. Um, it's the people who will be going to this movie are wrestling journalist Greg Oliver, wrestling historian and promoter Jordan Marquez, and former wrestler and Shawn Michaels Wrestling Academy trainee Steve Blair. I thought those were some very notable names. And obviously, in the film, they actually have interviews and with historians and wrestling legends that are both straight and on the queer spectrum, such as Gorgeous George, Jim Barnett, Pat Patterson, Adrian Adonis, Goldust, Darian Young, China, and Chris Canyon. So I absolutely love that everybody's getting more. It's a good documentary to shine some light on something in an industry that didn't have a lot of light shined on it. Especially every time, I don't know, I'm in Canada, so every time I look at the States news, it gets scary. So I'm just happy to report some happy news for you. Look, a wonderful thing celebrating differences and acceptance in wrestling. Yay! That's mostly what I was going for here. That's what, and Goldust is in it to talk about things, and Pat Patterson, and a whole bunch of other people. So I'm sure it'll be a wonderful, wonderful documentary, and I can't wait to watch it. So next up is Mr. Chris Jericho. This is a little quick one. He's filing for trademarks again, and this time it's the term "the Wizard." At this rate, we're going to be getting an entire Wizard of Oz faction. Uh, so you guys, how about that? Let's make that the question of the day. Which members of the Jericho Appreciation Society would be the cast from Wizard of Oz? So we got the Lion, the Tin Man, the Scarecrow, Dorothy, Toto, uh, the Wicked Witch, the Good Witch that's kind of weird and she could have fixed everything with a snap of her hands, but she made Dorothy do the whole thing anyway, or a Munchkin. Or a flying monkey. Okay, there you go. You got 9 things to pick from. You guys have to tell me who is going to be that, because I don't know where else you get the wizard from. I thought he was going with a WWE. Oh, I'm a sports entertainer. Try to mimic that, make it a little bit of a meme, and now he's a wizard. This is not even Halloween. I don't know what's happening. Nick says, "Oh yeah, I'm aware. Yeah, no, you don't got even aware. Yeah, just throw her in Desert Island with Ryback. I don't mind that. That's not a bad. Ryback would eat her unapologetically. He's. I'm sorry. All the videos I see of on him on YouTube is just he's just in his car eating. It's great. Love mukbangs. It's awesome. But I know he's not everybody's favorite. So, oh, and thank you, Lola Smith. Yes, here for the wrestling news. And yes, Canadian Spidey Jericho. Dude, no, I know. I'm not sure where the wizard came from. They all just play flying monkeys or munchkins. Yes, but I mean, the part of the 2.0 guys that the one with dark hair is definitely more like a Tin Man because he just kind of walks really stiff. But that's the best I can do. So, oh, Jake Hager, probably like I don't know. He's one of those angry trees that throws apples at people. I've watched that movie too much. Anyway, we got Mr. Tony Khan news today. And I just wanted to address this because it's a little bit of he's kind of talking to the fans for this one. Because on Swerve City podcast, he said he was addressing the reaction that fans gave to Sammy and Tay on television. And he said, so maybe I misread how happy the fans would be for them. So I think I have course corrected that. You don't try to fit a square peg in a round hole. I like Sammy. I like Tay. The fans like Sammy. The fans like Tay. I like Sammy and Tay together, and the fans do not. And that's where we differentiate. So that is one I have to come to accept. So I'm glad. Look at that. We have a leader of a wonderful wrestling promotion listening to the fans and said, okay, you guys don't like him. I'll put him over here. Go over here. Just go over here then. It's okay. I appreciate that. He's given us feedback live and it's great. Not many people, not many wrestling promoters are open to that amount of criticism and willing to change the course correction. So like it. I like it. And a little bit on Brodie King because everybody is talking about how they kind of wanted Julia Hart to join the House of Black and she didn't. So Mr. Brodie King has a little bit of things to say. And he says, I feel like the fans want instant gratification at all times, and then they get frustrated when they have to wait for it. Kind of understand. Everybody is like that nowadays. Nobody likes. I own it. I don't have patience at all. I bet I got patience warming up food. Okay, I know that. I gotta work on that. And he actually used Avengers as a little example, saying when they finally get to see these callbacks and all these little Easter eggs and hints that were given along the way, if you saw Avengers Endgame before you saw the last 20 movies and saw Thanos get defeated, be like, oh, okay, so you want to go and learn the stories, see the Easter eggs, wonder what's coming, and then when something finally happens, it's an amazing payoff. So he is actually very happy about how the story is going on, and it sounds like the rest of the House of Black is as well. So, yeah, I personally cannot wait when Julia gets there. I know Rhea Ripley kind of stole the thunder of joining, like, oh, a female finally joined this darkness group and stuff. So, I can see how it might seem to the fans like, oh, they did it before you, but come on, it's AEW. You know they're going to do it differently. They might do something similar, but they're going to do it differently. So, and our last little story of today is a little bit of a little feature on what's going to be on the show tonight for me and Allie doing NXT, the Crimson Chronicles here. Yes, absolutely. But tonight's lineup is Alba Frey, Fire Foray, Kaylee Ray. That's Kaylee Ray returns to action, and I don't want to toot my own horn or pat myself on the back, but I did guess that her entire character difference that involved fire is all about the new Firestarter movie coming out, and it is yeah, it's all just about the new Firestarter movie coming out, and it's on Peacock. So they changed your character for something people are going to forget in about a month after it comes out because it's not going to be Drew Barrymore and Kurt Russell and Malcolm McDowell appearing in the second one. You're not going to get better. I don't know how else to tell you that. You're going to tell me that this girl's going to be better than Drew Barrymore and this man's going to be better than Kurt Russell. I highly doubt that. I highly doubt that. Okay. Oh, hello, Nathan in the chat. Thank you very, very much. How are you? How's Allie and KJ? They are both doing good. I am just here doing a quick little news update for you guys. And, you'll see us all later and every other day of the week because we never stop. So, also on the card is the NXT Women's Breakout Tournament is beginning and Natalia versus Cora Jade. A little bit of Wendy Chu and Roxanne Perez versus the NXT Women's Champions, Gigi Dolan, Miss Priscilla Kelly. I can barely say her name. I have to say Priscilla Kelly. It hurts. And JC Jane in a non-title match. So it looks like the women are absolutely taking over this episode, and I am here for it. There is also Joe Gacy stuff and Braun Breaker, whatever. But the women are ruling NXT tonight, and the women are ruling the watch party too. So come on down later and watch us. And so we have come to the end of our wonderful news video. So you guys know what that means, other than my camera being out of focus again. Question of the day. Sorry, I was playing with my camera there. It went a little fuzzy, but I'm here. So, my question of the day is, since AEW is talking about these trios belts, saying that they're made, they're ready to go, and um I I I know I asked you guys who wants to be the trios people, but you just I can't get over it. Who do you since last time asked what team you guys think deserve it, how about you guys give me a little mishmash team? Because some of the best teams are always the one you don't expect. And maybe and if you can put a pun to that name, I'd love it. I'd absolutely love it. Just I it just comes to mind the Sting and Warrior having Sting and Warrior having a really old tag team called Blade Runners because Sting was known as Blade before he was Sting, and that will never not be funny to me. So if you guys can tell me a funny, punny tag team or trios tag team, I would absolutely love that, and I will pick the best comment and feature it here tomorrow, okay? So I will talk to you guys all later, and ooh, we got some comments. They changed their gimmick to Firestarter. Well, I'm changing my gimmick to Bird Box, exactly. The Sandra Bullock movie, because watching the Ducks makes me want to blindfold myself. I know, I know, and you want to know when you see the monster in that movie, makes you want to unalive yourself. Oh, House of Black for trios titles. Yes, 100%. I could see that at Jungle Express. Yes, I was saying Death Triangle. Oh, Canadian Spidey, Darby, Punk, and Sting. Yes, Face Paint Gang for life. Face Paint Gang. I'm all for Face Paint Gang. Yeah. Also, I found a picture of Danhausen without makeup on, and I don't like it. So that's just his skin now. The face is his skin. I don't know. I don't like it. It's like seeing. I don't like it. Mm-mm. Yes, Lyra! Thank you very much for everybody out there, being here for the news live. And I'm going to get out of here before my camera keeps just being fuzzy for some reason. So thank you. And I will be back later with my wonderful tag team partner. Uh, so be sure to comment, like, subscribe, ring the bell, because that all helps us here. And I will see you guys later.